The following is a 95.1, 94.9 The Oasis presentation.
We love all cars, but we have a particular passion for the rare, high-performance, and collector cars. The monthly Motorsports Gathering is a reflection of that. This is the Scottsdale Motorsports Gathering.
Hey, I'm Ron. We're at Scuderia Southwest in Scottsdale. It's Cars and Coffee. It's the first Saturday of every month, and I'm with Rick Mazer. Hey, Rick, how are you today?
I'm great, thanks.
And if I understand correctly, you just got back from the Grand Prix of Monaco?
That's right. It was a spectacular race, and the venue is wonderful.
And you were a spectator?
I was a spectator.
Okay. Have you ever wanted to drive in a Grand Prix, or have you had the chance?
Never had the chance in a Grand Prix. I belong to a track down in Wilcox, Arizona called Indy Motorsports Ranch, so I got a fair amount of seat time there.
Okay. So you probably could handle a Grand Prix if they threw you in there by chance. Somebody called and said, hey, we need a driver. Rick, come on in.
That's another species. They're so much better than I am.
So tell me about why you're here today, and tell me about the car that you have with us.
Well, I'm a car guy. Today I brought my 720 McLaren.
Okay.
It's my second McLaren. I had a 650 before this, and I'm in love with the brand. They make wonderful cars. They're engineered like Porsches and look like exotics.
How many do you have today?
I have about 20 cars right now.
Okay, and how many McLarens?
Just one McLaren.
Just one. Okay, so you got rid of the 650?
I did. I traded that in on this car.
Okay, and how long have you had this car?
Since February.
Awesome. How's it drive?
It's the fastest car I've ever owned, without question.
Okay, how many horse?
Well, they say 710, but they're testing out at about 710 at the rear wheels, so it's closer to 800 horsepower.
Now, can you modify these cars at all? Get them a little faster?
I suppose you can, but I'm not sure why you would do that.
I got a Volkswagen GT up to like a stage 1 or 2, and I thought that was great, but I mean, we're talking about 100 and something horsepower, and compared to this, you probably just blow people away on the freeway.
I try not to be too aggressive in this car because you're a target, and I don't really want to get arrested because almost before you start, you're over 100 miles an hour, so you really have to be careful.
Yeah, you can be doing 100 miles an hour in this thing and not even know it.
5.1 seconds.
That's pretty good. I like that. So, again, how long have you been collecting cars?
Since I was in high school.
Okay. Do you have the first car you ever thought to be your collection?
I wouldn't want that car.
No?
No, it was a 1960 Ford Falcon, but I wound up with a Sabra in high school. It was it's a long story, but it was my first sports car.
Okay. And so what's the oldest car that you have in your collection?
I have a 1933 Ford. It's the only hot rod I own.
Okay.
But it's a really neat period hot rod.
Do you take it out for a spin?
Oh, sure, I drive it.
Okay.
I drive all my cars.
That's great to hear. So you store them all at your house, or do you have a place that you...
I have them all at the house. I built a couple extra garages, so we have enough for everything.
That's great. Well, good for you, man. And you enjoy the collecting of them and taking them out, showing them off?
I love doing anything with cars, so whether it's showing or driving, rallying. We rally vintage cars as well as new cars, and I go down the racetrack and we spend time. I have a Lotus LF1, which is an Exige Cup car down there, and it's a great car to drive.
Wow. Well, wonderful. It's good to hear, man, that you are just sticking with it, because this is like you said, you just got this in February of this year?
Correct.
So your newest collection.
This is the newest
new
baby.
one to the collection. Well, great, man. Well, it's great to have you out here with us today.
Thank you, and it's been it's another great day in Scottsdale. We have, I'm going to guess right now, probably going on 250, 300 cars, and probably get up to about 450, 500 cars before 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Okay. All right. Well, anything else you want to add and tell the fans about coming out to the car show?
No, but I think it's evident to me that Scottsdale is one of the best places to be if you're a car guy. It's just spectacular here.
By
and
far.
I think the only place that rivals it is Los Angeles, and it's so spread out. It's not concentrated like this, so you don't necessarily know everybody. I'm a member of the Peterson Museum and the Checkered Flag 200, and that was a wonderful organization while we were living in Los Angeles. But I think this trumps that even because of the just sheer number of car people here.
Yes, and the spectators out here are very impressive. I saw them all when I was actually was driving in. They're all lined up, taking pictures of everybody that's coming into the parking lot and showing off their cars. It's really a great sight to see how excited people are getting into seeing these awesome automobiles coming into the parking lot today.
We're raising a whole new set of car guys.
I can tell.
They're into photographs of cars, and it's so we attract a lot of the younger set, and I'm glad to see that because it's keeping the hobby alive.
Yeah, it's really good to see the young kids getting excited about the different vehicles and the fact that they know some of these exotic cars that are being rolled in around through here, and I'm like, wow.
They know their cars. It's really great. It's the way it reminds me of me when I was 15, 16 years old.
There you go. All right, well, Rick Mazer, thank you for being a part of the event here today.
Thank you very much.
This is the Scottsdale Motorsports Gathering.